How's my V-neck, man?
Gotta let those go, bro. Throw them all away.
All ball TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. you know why, big bad.
I mean, you might be the only one that can bring them back. So I don't know, but if you're a brother of mine, I gotta be honest with you. Those are only used for pajama purposes, bro. We only sleep in those, bro. But go ahead, man. You might bring them back though.
No, you know what's funny? I just rolled out of bed.
All right. So you have an excuse. Not a problem. Let's go.
Or I'm cleaning it up.
Suckers.
Were you able to hear that? You didn't hear the drop?
Nah.
Damn, man. Anyway, favorite perspective. You know who that is. Our guy. All Beezy in the building. Soon to be joined by you know who. Big Turbo in the building. Immortal Cuz, what's going on? You out of Brooklyn? That's my guy out of BK.
Yeah.
What's going on, baby? You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Tuesday. It's been 3-day weekend. I'm sorry I took off, guys. It's my fault, man. It's my bad. Super producer. Get it together. But we back in the mix. We starting 2 p.m. every day, everybody, every weekday. 7:30 was crazy. Friday mornings look good for the Knicks rehab AM to all ball. I'm sorry, I'm telling you this in real time. I never told all ball this. Friday morning, 7:45 p.m., 7:45 a.m. for the Knicks rehab in the AM. How does that sound?
Sound good to me. Anytime I get to talk about my Knicks, it's a go. I ain't gonna complain.
Yeah, man. He said Knicks. You know what that means?
Knicks rehab.
So speaking of the Knicks, opening night, October 22nd, going to be against the Boston Celtics. The defending champions will start defending their reign against us, the Knickerbockers, who I'm claiming, is the best team in the NBA anyway. All ball. The first thing I thought was, oh, y'all playing with us? Y'all playing with us, trying to flash the jewels, huh? Show us the cash rules. Oh boy, is this a troll? Are they trying to get on our nerves this early? Do they not know what they do?
It's a semi-troll. I agree with that. But the sad part is no one cares. The Boston Celtics are the 2023-24 season Boston Celtics champions that's the wackest champion I've ever seen in my life. It just goes to show you how much the NBA or anybody that respects them, they don't even play their superstar in the Olympics. So they're trolling for no reason. But yeah, they're trolling, but also they're smart. The Boston Celtics, let's think about it. That's who everybody wanted to see in the conference finals. Nobody wanted to see Indiana. So now you get a preview of what it may look like if the Knicks meet up with the Boston Celtics in the playoffs. God willing, the conference finals. But yeah, it's definitely a troll. But let's be for real. Who else would the Boston Celtics fans want to see the first night out? Of course, our Knicks. With the addition now of Mikal Bridges, a healthy Julius Randle, a healthy OG. Now we get to see who's the top dog in the East. But yeah, the NBA ain't slick. Y'all definitely trolling. Y'all are definitely trolling. There's no other team you would want to see the Boston Celtics play opening night anyway. And that takes me to, I'm very disappointed in the Christmas game. Why are we not playing Boston or Philly? See, that's the real trolling. Don't try to, how can I say this? Don't try to ride our backs with the Wembanyama phenomenon. Seriously. To me, that's the real trolling instead of opening night. But yeah, listen, man. Boston Celtics, they have a point to prove. So this season, they need to earn people's respect, especially us as New Yorkers and Knicks fans. Did y'all really earn that championship? Because let's be for real. Everybody y'all played was not healthy. So yeah, man, big troll, big troll. But you know us, we here to spoil you the celebration. Oh, I can't wait. October 22nd, we will spoil you the ring celebration. We are gonna kill the Boston Celtics. Remember, no Porzingis. And to me, Boston is overrated. Boston, listen, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, great duo. But for me, we don't know who's the lead dog. And I don't care what nobody say. Once you get past Tatum, Brown, and Drew Holiday, that roster is trash. Yes, Derek White is a good player, but Al Horford, listen, the Knicks have the best roster in the East. And you're trolling against my Knicks is going to backfire on y'all. But I think it's a great opening game. It's always going to be a rivalry there, Boston versus New York. And then once again, you get to see a preview of what hopefully us meeting them in the playoffs will look like. You know, I think usually when teams get their rings, you know, it's fatigue set in and it's a blowout. No, I think Boston is really going to try to show up and play against us because they know we are a legit threat to them. We are the only threat to them. So, yeah, it's definitely trolling by Boston and by the NBA, but it's even bigger trolling with that bum-ass Christmas game they gave us against San Antonio.
I disagree about the Christmas game, but I digress already. It gotta be trolling on the Celtics part. Whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. We live.
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Flea is in the building.
I'm here, y'all. I'm here. What's this there? Talk to me.
Pause. That's how you bust through a live, huh? Just
Ooh.
loud and I'm that's right.
Yeah, jump off the screen because that was crazy. Jump off the screen 2 seconds. You could stay. You could stay. I was crazy, but you could stay.
Yeah, that was
You could
crazy.
stay. My
Lord,
brothers, what's good? What's good? Everybody look like they exfoliated today. Skin looking good. Everybody looking well rested. What's up, y'all?
No, I need my snail mucin. I'm getting a little.
Y'all looking good. OG looking real vibrant. What's going on?
All Paul looked at me like first the V-neck, now the snail music. What are you talking about?
My brothers, it's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all.
Oh man, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you.
Flea, what do you think opening night, October 22nd, Knicks versus Celtics? Is the NBA and the Celtics trolling us, man?
Nah, we just going just a national TV stage to thump them. Just a national TV stage to walk out and roll out our new Doberman pinchers, our new wing defenders, guys that's gonna strap people for the rest of the season. It's just something for the world to see. They leaning into us now. They're gonna put us against the Boston Celtics, national TV, opening night, ring ceremony. You know, emotions is real high. We could walk in there and beat them by 40,000. I've seen it happen on ring nights. Y'all remember when Miami Heat won that ring with D Wade in 2006? And they came back the next year and lost by 40 to Chicago on national TV? I'm just saying, it can happen. I took a look at the record for defending champs on opening night the following season. And currently the record is 59-16. So it's not favorable, right? That we're gonna walk in there and get a win. But I do think that we're very capable of going there and getting a win. I called the Celtics frauds last year. They made me out to be a liar. 66-16. Lost 3 games in the playoffs, won a championship. So they made me out to look bad. But what do I always tell my brothers? We're in another off season. We're going into a new season. Boston has done nothing to upgrade that roster. They've done nothing. They've just spent a lot of money on their current guys. I'm not sold on these guys. So I pass it up. Yeah, I've been getting that for years, y'all. Big shout out
Really?
For years. The current one is Meek Mill. That's the current one right now. We share,
Meek is crazy.
And it's nasty because we share the same birthday and year. Like we were born the same day and year. It's nasty. But big shout out to the chat. Big shout out to Knicks Rehab. What y'all think?
Um, it's motivation. I think the Celtics better be prepared. They're going through a lot. The second year back, back to back. What is it? The greed for more, whatever it is that Pat Riley quoted or as always stated. The Celtics are in trouble. Celtics, you were already flawed, like all ball said. I didn't believe in you last year, and we're seeing a lot. We're seeing a lot. I don't know if we'll get to that later. Actually, no, we'll get into it now. Steve Kerr not playing Jason Tatum is a big deal. How the hell you ain't playing in the Olympics, bro? And you the best player on the championship team. Like I know rotation.
Ho. See that just real quick. Is he the best player on the championship team? He didn't get finals MVP.
That's an indictment on Steve Kerr and not Jason Tatum. What they did was ridiculous.
But stay there,
luckily
please.
They won. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Why is that? Why is that an indictment on him then? Because I had some thoughts on this.
I just think that in the big picture of things, Boston is set up to come out this season and have the biggest chip on their shoulder that we've ever seen from a defending champ. The disrespect that Jaylen Brown got all summer long, the disrespect that Jason Tatum got in the Olympics, playing with the best of the best, the disrespect that Joe Mazzulla gets, right? People are not sold on him. That's Udoka. Udoka did that, right? Like, there's a lot of disrespect that Derek White, how dare they put him on the Olympics? There's a lot of things that they can come into the season with a chip on their shoulder. But why isn't it an indictment on Steve Kerr? Just because he won the Olympics doesn't mean that he coached well.
He was terrible.
I don't think because you won the Olympics says that you coached well. That means nothing. You have the best roster in the world. I don't care what nobody else said. We have the best roster in the world. It's just managing minutes and figuring out lineups. And when you have the best players and guys have those kind of nights where Steph Curry, we were all waiting for, when is Steph Curry going to wake up? Steph Curry's real quiet. He comes out with 34 points in one game, and then the gold medal game, he goes crazy. Last two games, he goes crazy. So it's like now it validates what Steve Kerr is doing, and I think that's wrong.
He went out? My shit went out.
Y'all got me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just feel like just because they won the gold medal.
Hold on, Flea. You just said something that kind of went over people's heads.
Okay, go ahead. Richard.
Steve Kerr coaching Steph Curry. Are you saying where are you going with that?
I'm going that just
is
because
it a little favoritism?
Well, absolutely. Steph has never played in the Olympics. It would be, he would have to deal with those questions more if Steph Curry didn't play than he's going to have to deal with Jason Tatum. He may never get asked to that again for the rest of the season, OG. But if he sits Steph Curry, OG, they might ask him after every game, well, why didn't you play Steph Curry in the Olympics after game 50 of the season? Right? They would be stuck on that, So I don't know. There may be a little bit of favoritism, but shame on him for not playing Jason Tatum the amount of minutes that he earned as an NBA player. Just my thoughts.
I was watching a couple videos on that, so I gotta flip that nickel the other way.
Yes, sir. You wouldn't be Ray if you didn't.
I can't wait. I got something to say about Tatum after you, Fame. Go ahead.
Because he hasn't been shooting well for 6 months. Like everything everyone's saying about him is like, I used to criticize him for shooting too much and being too content and just settling for jumpers. But shout out to Legend of Winning. He broke down all his numbers. He's like, bro, even in the Olympics, he didn't shoot well. Look at his numbers versus Steph Curry. Remember, Steph Curry struggled in the Olympics early. He wasn't doing his thing. It wasn't until in last 2-3 games that Steph Curry went Steph Curry. And even then, before that, he was still, his mid was above Jason Tatum shooting. And in this team, I get it. I thought he could have played more in the Olympics because he has a drive and kick game. I don't see how you just can't play him 10 minutes to drive and kick to Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. That makes no sense to me. But the fact that he's not shooting like that, it was evident in the playoffs he wasn't shooting like that. His teammates saved him. Let's not forget that. And on top of that, if Steve Kerr doesn't have any any confidence in you. Bro, remember, it's not just Steve Kerr, it's Eric Spoelstra over there and Ty Lue. None of them thought you were okay to play. None of them spoke to Steve Kerr, but like, yo, he needs like 10 minutes in the game, but what you doing? His defense is too elite. They threw Drew Holiday in there instead.
Let me ask you a quick question. And I just took notice to this early on, and I never said it out loud. When the guys were showing up to Vegas, when the team was assembling, everybody showed up to Vegas on time, but Jason Tatum. We did not see Jason Tatum, a part of that team, until exhibition started. We didn't see him in the first practice. We didn't see him in the first scrimmage. So I'm just asking you guys, do y'all think that has anything to do with it? Like him not being a part, him being on time? Is there like, is this going down to just being prompt? Because you know how some coaches are. Like, you late, and I'm gonna punish you because of it. Is it that simple, or is it bigger than that?
I think it's bigger than that. And I'm gonna say something that I think people have been saying it, but people are scared to say it. Jason Tatum is overrated. He's not a lead dog. He might be a second or third option. He's not a number one option. This is the reason season after season they try to build a super team around him. To me, his game, they're trying to make him a superstar. He seems like he's a nice young man, great young man, definitely can play, definitely belong in the NBA. But just think about what that organization, how that organization is great building a team. And look at all the help he has to have. He didn't win MVP in the conference finals. He didn't win MVP in the finals. So when we have that talk, is Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum? I think that's a legit argument now. I don't want to hear, well, he has more talent. I don't care. Who's a better basketball player? I don't see the great defender that everybody sees in Jason Tatum. Can he defend? Yes. Is he a great defender? I don't know what a great defender is no more. The last great defenders I've seen is Dennis Rodman and Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, no disrespect. Tony Allen, guys like that.
Kawhi Leonard.
Dikembe Mutombo,
Draymond Green,
Draymond, yes, in his heyday. I'm not gonna, yes. Scottie Pippen, Alonzo Mourning, like,
your man is stuck in a 2000 time machine.
Let him cook.
No, because I'm gonna be cook. Because now it's great team defense. There's no guy after Kawhi Leonard that's great defensively. I'm sorry. So I don't see all these great things that people say about Jason Tatum. And I'm thinking now, watching him in the USA practices, and there's times I've seen him in the game and he looked like he didn't belong there. Putting up bad shots, bad turnovers. And I have to ask a question now. If the Boston Celtics didn't win a championship, would he be on Team USA?
1,000%.
I disagree.
1,000%. There's no way he wouldn't have made Team USA. He was on the 2020 team. He was a big part of that 2020 team and why they won. There's no way. I hear what you're saying, OG, but there's no way he doesn't get picked for this team.
Flea, before Fabian.
Flea, he's also on Nike.
How do they do that?
But
right?
hold on.
How do they leave him off? Go ahead. OG.
But Flea, before I let you finish and Fabian go, this is what I mean by he's not tier one. It showed he's not top 5 in the NBA, and I'm gonna take it a step further. He might not be top 10, tier 2 in the NBA. I think Jaylen Brown has surpassed him. Will continue to.
What evidence? See, this is the thing about those two guys. There's no evidence that says that neither one of them can be the guy without the other one. We have no evidence of that yet.
No. Flea, be fair. Jaylen Brown was never meant to be that. Everybody put Jason Tatum to do that.
OG, I'm gonna be fair. Jaylen Brown was drafted a year before Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown was a top 3 pick in the NBA. So for you to say that he wasn't picked to be that, You not being fair right now. He was
Please.
drafted to be that guy.
Ever since he was in Boston, when we talk about who's the best player, who team it is, what name comes up ever since they've been in Boston together?
Tatum.
Right. We never looked at Jaylen Brown as that.
There's
I
a reason
wouldn't
for
say
that.
that though. Yeah, I wouldn't. But I think this conversation's been going on for the last 5 years. Marcus Smart started the whole beef between all of them.
Mhm.
So and he called it all out. I just feel like yo, please, when you I'll mute you. Yeah, you go. Please, the man, Professor X. If this has been going on for a long time, that conversation, who's better? I think we'd all rather have Jaylen Brown because I've always compared Tatum to T-Mac, Paul George, Lamar Odom, the guys who passive aggressive, and now all of a sudden, all ball is welcome aboard, all ball. Get Tatum out of here. He's too passive. He should be the best player in the league. If he had Jaylen Brown, the dog Jaylen Brown had in him, this wouldn't be a conversation.
But see, that's the point. Why should he be the best player in the league when you still got LeBron, Steph, KD? Let's not forget guys like John Moran is hurt. Like there's guys, you got Ant-Man, you got Luka, you got Jalen Brunson. We cannot keep saying Jaylen Brown should be the best player in the league. I totally disagree with that. I mean, excuse me, sorry. We should not be saying Jason Tatum should be the best player in the league when there's literally maybe 10 guys that's better than him.
I can't say that when he locked up Kevin Durant.
I can't agree with that. We watched him sweep Kevin Durant and make him a non-factor because Jason Tatum was the primary defender on him. And that is only a year ago. I want to ask you a question, OG. What are you not seeing from Jason Tatum? Before I let you go, the only thing that for me holds Jason Tatum back is because he lets a lot of the defenders in the league off the hook. When he puts his head down and gets to the rim, there's nobody in the NBA that's going to stop him. The best defender you think is in the NBA is not going to stop him. He settles for a lot of bad shots. He settles for a lot of those tough. He's the toughest shot taker in the league currently. For him and Devin Booker take some of the toughest shots when they are some of the most supremely talented offensive players, and they let a lot of guys off the hook. What is Jason Tatum missing from his game that makes you feel like Brown and a couple of other guys are better than him?
Consistency and toughness. And taking advantage of your skill set. He's 6'9". He doesn't go on the block enough. He shoots too many jump shots. He's soft and he's too inconsistent. Simple and plain. While everybody averaging 30 plus, he averaging 26, 27. I know that sounds crazy, but Luka averaged 35.
Jason Tatum's the only player to average 30 since Larry Bird for the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
He did it. So
he averaged 30 this year?
No, he averaged 30 last year, though.
Okay. I was wrong about last year, but I'm saying this year, when we say he should be this, he should be that, I totally disagree. I can give you 10 guys. My opinion is better than Jason Tatum.
Well, I think
you could get to 10 without a debate. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. That was hot.
That was fire. You could give 10, and me or Fabian won't give no pushback.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, listen.
Anything I can't wait. He's about to go there. We're gonna be like,
anything I say is always gonna get pushback. Listen, nobody agrees with nothing I say. So if I don't get some pushback, something wrong. Y'all need to be tested.
Shocking. Breaking news.
Right.
We disagree with all ball.
Right.
But once again, we can try. Like I said, if John Moran isn't hurt, John Moran is better than Jason Tatum. I'm sorry. Listen. He not even the best player on his team right now. I'm not talking about for the career. I'm talking about right now.
So let me ask you this. We take Jason Tatum off the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown is good enough to lead them to an NBA championship.
But are we just taking Jason Tatum off and not replacing him with anybody?
Okay, you take Jason Tatum off and replace him with Mikal Bridges. Is Jaylen Brown good enough to lead the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship? No.
Yes, I disagree.
Hell
yes.
No.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't think Jaylen Brown gets to the basket easier than Tatum does for him to do to get the Celtics going. That Celtics offense, it revolves around Jason Tatum, how he gets to the basket and everything. So I disagree with that. But you can't in one breath say that I expect him to be the best player in the game and you be disappointed, this disappointed with him. Like everything, I've been saying this for years now. until he turns it up, what is he supposed to be at his best? If he was consistent and tough like you think he's supposed to be, what would that make him? That would make him a top player in the game.
He's been a top 5 player in the NBA for the last 3 seasons by the metrics. And what I mean by the metrics is if you first team All NBA, that makes you a top 5 player in the NBA. And if that's happened 3 consecutive years, whether we agree or disagree, it's the facts. It's what it is. Pencil him in for one of those 5 guys on first team All NBA. Is there an argument that maybe somebody should have been on there above him? Because we're really trying to break down where we have Jason Tatum right now. I ain't mad at OG's take because I feel the same way about his approach. But I ain't gonna kill the dude because I know that how good he is. But where do we really have him? Let's do it for a second. If we gonna name you said you got 10 guys better than him right now.
You got LeBron, you got Curry, you got KD. I'm taking Devin Booker over him.
No.
Listen, this is me. I'm taking Anthony Edwards, SGA. I'm taking Embiid. I'm taking Anthony Davis. Yeah, y'all bugging. Yeah.
He didn't even have Ant-Man top 15 last year. Top 20.
Once again,
I know.
What I've seen this year and what I've seen in the Olympics, I've been feeling this way about Jason Tatum. I've been consistent. This is nothing new. I'm saying now, I'm realizing Steve Kerr probably seen in practices, and when they put him in the game, he's not the guy. He's not ready for the big dog status yet. He's tier 2, maybe tier 3. He's not tier 1. You're not telling me he's better than Embiid. He's not better than Anthony Davis. He's still not better than LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry. That's 6 guys. That's 5 guys right there. He's better than Luka and SGA right now?
I never had him better than Luka. And
is he better than SGA right now?
Last year. I don't think so.
All right, so that's 7.
No, that's your 7. LeBron James just how did LeBron James leapfrog him? Jason Tatum plays every game.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm not a LeBron James fan. But what I see LeBron do all season, what I seen him do in the playoffs, without him, in the Olympics, without him in the Olympics, and you replace him and put Jason Tatum there, we do not win the gold. The team literally could do nothing until LeBron James was getting in the game.
Well, so real quick, then we.
I'm glad you acknowledge that.
Yeah, like one thing with me, I could be crazy, but I gotta be fair.
No, you are always.
You're not telling me.
No, he's not. He's not fair ever.
Let me ask y'all a question. If LeBron James is on Boston Celtics instead of Jason Tatum, do they still win the finals?
I don't know.
But this is not about that.
I don't know. Wait, hold on, wait. That's a different. LeBron running that offense, there'll be a stalemate. They're not gonna pass the ball around like that. That's not easy to do, bro. He don't have Steph Curry and Kevin Durant out there.
LeBron with Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Jalen Brown, y'all bugging.
Porzingis missed half the finals. Come on now, like that's a different kind of team. That Tatum is designed for Tatum, and him being 27.
I'm sorry, Fabian.
No.
But let's lean into what OG is saying right now because we're moving away from it. Jason Tatum plays with Jalen Brown right now on the Boston Celtics. Right. You're telling me that if we remove him and replace him with whoever you want at this point.
He said John Morant for me.
Okay, so now we're replacing Jason Tatum. So
No. I said Jason Tatum. Lucky John Morant is hurt because John Morant is better than Jason Tatum.
Why do you say that? What he do better?
Better leader. One is a
champion, one is not. One knows how to stay out of. One knows how to keep his nose clean. The other one doesn't. Other one likes to play with guns. The other one likes to play with jump shots. The other one still runs into the strip club. The other one knocked up LMA. Like we talking about decision making right now.
We talk about basketball, Fleet.
Okay, and basketball.
And when we see John Morant healthy, was he not in the MVP race?
What MVP race? Top 3?
Yeah.
Not top 3.
Now we're gonna act like we don't know that. Go ahead, y'all.
No, he's great.
I'm gonna pull it up, but I don't think he was even top 5. He might have been top 5 when he finished second in the West. Hold on.
I'm ready to go out on a limb that John Morant will never be an MVP in this league. How about that? I'm ready to go out on that.
Jason Tatum will never win MVP neither.
I bet you he does before John Morant.
Okay.
25 push-ups.
He finished
20 push-ups.
I think I owe 25.
OG looked at me like, hell no, you crazy. I started my diet tomorrow.
Right, exactly. Come on, man. I'm still
Wait.
at 10.
Wait. I started
You heard what I said.
my
You heard what I
diet
said.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Is
heard him.
hilarious.
Legendary.
Nah, that's
Love it.
I had to say it for OG. You know OG crazy.
so. John Moran finished 12th in MVP 2 years ago, and before that he finished 7th.
Top 7.
That's,
That ain't bad.
it's not
Top
bad.
7 ain't
But
bad.
yeah,
And zero. He ain't getting no first place votes though.
All
Top
right, but
7,
cool.
yeah.
I'm just saying, when he was popping in the league, listen, man, he was a smoking gun.
OG.
No pun intended. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. The jokes just tell themselves. Listen, there's no way Jason Tatum is not going to be on
He's not the guy,
1,000. Yo, this season.
He's not the guy, Flea.
OG, this season is going to be nuts. Please
look,
pay attention to that.
Look how much they got. Look how much they have to put around him for him to be successful. He's not the guy.
but I've been saying that. I've been saying this. This is the part that I don't understand. I've been saying this. When I say, yo, I like Ant-Man, I like Jaylen Brown, they just tougher than me. Now, like I said, welcome aboard, but you're going too far. You're going too far.
But you've compared Jason Tatum historically to Paul George, Fabian. That's your comparison.
The guys who should be in the conversation for best player in the game, best all-around player in the game, but have no dog in them. We see Paul George's career ended up. And hold on, Flea. Mm-hmm. There's a chance, if we're looking back on it, Tatum took a step back last year and these Olympics.
Rightfully so, though. I think that's on purpose. I think that I don't need you to score 30 a game and be that.
No, Flea, but I need you to score. All right, if you're going to score the 20, 25 points, and shoot 50%.
Yeah, Fabian, they were dominant last year. Like, I called them frauds all season long, whatever you want to do. They play who's in front of them. They were down 66 wins, bro. 16 losses. They only lost 3 times in the playoffs. I don't care what happened. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you face who's in front of you. Certain teams were hurt, other teams were depleted, but the fact still remains. They lost 3 games in the playoffs and lost 16 in the regular season. So that means they lost less than 20 games all season long, bro. That's dominance as a team. And if Jason Tatum is not part of that, I don't think we being fair to him.
Well, I'm not gonna go outside. He's outside of the top 7 players. I think all balls out of his mind as usual. But
hold on, because I know we don't want to stay on this topic too long. We got 2 more topics. Is he better than Kevin Durant right now?
I still roll Kevin Durant.
You still go Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I still want Kevin
Fabian,
Durant.
put the personal to the side. You telling me Jason Tatum is a better basketball player than Kevin Durant, bro?
Right now, yeah. I'm taking. Hold on. KD's all right defensively.
I'm not asking who you're gonna take. See, that's personal, bro.
Oh, so I don't want to. What am I supposed to say? No, I'd rather take Jason Tatum over Kevin Durant. I don't even understand that.
Tatum better than Embiid?
Embiid? Oh no. Nah, I had his peak for peak. Hell no. Yo, me and Phil was talking about the other day. Embiid's the best player in the game when he's fully on. Ain't nobody messing with Embiid. If we're being real,
if we're being fair,
if we talking fully healthy, Tatum is in trouble because we ain't even named guys like Kawhi Leonard. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah,
but you just said the boogeyman ain't the boogeyman no more.
Right?
No, he's not.
He's not. But fully healthy, he's better than Jason Tatum.
Not right now.
Well, apparently
not at this stage.
But I will say this: we gotta agree to this. Flea, you have no. All right, they did great last year. They won. I'm not gonna argue any of that. You don't have any worries because like I said, I was trying to flip the nickel on the other side.
Right.
Yo, the same way you saying they're prime. Jason Tatum is prime to come in this game all charged up and everything. Tatum's supposed to be charged up. Okay, they can easily go in there and beat, and the Kobe and Shaq things takes place because the one thing that's not talked about, with Pippen, look what he went through with Chicago. Clearly, he was suffering as the Robin, but it takes a certain role to play that. Kobe no longer wanted to play that after a while. Does Jaylen Brown no longer want to play Robin either?
Well, let me just say this before, because something I could see something burning on OG to say right now. Let me say this.
No, I'm good.
Real quick, let me say this, OG.
Hold on, you see him scratch his nose? That's what
right.
That's your poker tail, boy. That's your loud.
No, but let's think about this for a second. For 5 to 6 years, these young guys, right? 2 young guys have been dealing with the scrutiny of the league, the media, and the fans pitting them against each other. Not one time has somebody ran to the front office and says, "Move me." Jaylen Brown has been in enough trade rumors, right? The point of what I'm saying is that
No, I like what you're saying. You're building on their character.
Yeah, they've shown a ton of maturity throughout this time playing with each other. And aside from the maturity, they've also shown the fact that they are capable winners. Jason Tatum, as a rookie, was in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, dunking on LeBron James. Right? They just didn't win. I'm talking about as a rookie. So they've been tasting success and winning for a very long time now. I just feel like a lot of that locker room and the people that they're around are really, really mature, right? Because the bullshit could seep in, and now that causes dissension, right? I think Brad Stevens is a mature dude. Before Udoka was thinking with the wrong head, he was a pretty mature dude. They bring in Joe Mazzulla. Bob Huggins, Joe Mazzulla was the point guard for Bob Huggins' West Virginia team that went to the Final Four in 2010, right? He played right next to Chuck Bryant. Joe Mazzulla is well respected around the NBA and is a great mind. Whether we think he's young or not, I'm talking about his peers. All of this stuff could have seeped in, but they just got mature guys over there. I'm saying, why would now be the time for them to start letting the noise seep in and somebody say, I'm not feeling it here no more, I'm ready to go? They just won a championship.
But Flea, that's what we always talk about. That's like, you the historian. Pat Riley talked about this. Like, it's harder to win that second one because of things like this that come up. So yeah, those little things that they were able to subside before, and Marcus Smart had to come out and confront it. Now it's Tatum, bro.
You see what happened with Marcus Smart, right? They went on a run. They went on a run. They get to the finals, and he's gone. He's gone.
He was on the first thing smoking.
The first thing smoking.
Hold on, but so because you're very almighty positive right now. I hate this. You have nothing whatsoever. They're okay. That finesse defense is okay.
Did they make a final? Hold on. Did they make a finals with Marcus Smart?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's stop acting like they ain't make a finals with Marcus Smart. Look at how much they had to upgrade, and this is Flea's thing, which I agree. Look how much they had to upgrade with those two great wing players for them to get back to the finals. Drew Holiday and Porzingis.
And stay right there, old boy.
And coaching.
Flea, did they get better? Did they upgrade? Remember Denver last year? That was your worry going into the season. What did they do to really add to this? Did they add that extra piece?
Well, I just had this conversation offline with somebody else. I'm not going to act like this is not fresh in my mind. But I said that they didn't upgrade, right? But in all actuality, they really can't, right? They just cashed out Jaylen Brown. They just cashed out Jason Tatum. They cashed out Drew, and they cashed out Derek White. Right. So they strapped for cash. They really couldn't do much, right, in terms of getting creative and signing somebody. With that team, the pure dominance that they had last year, any coach, GM, or best player on the team, whoever we want to say, Brown and Tatum, is saying to themselves, we're going to run it back. We ain't got to do nothing to upgrade. But I'm in agreement with y'all. When I look at that bench, when I see Sam Hauser, when I see Peyton Pritchard, you know, when I see guys like that who are the first, when I see Luke Cornett, like when I see guys
and Porzingis like can't stay healthy.
When I see guys like that, right? When I see that we have to rely, key word here, my brothers, rely on 40-year-old Al Horford. When Al Horford got drafted, the iPod just came out. It just came out when he got drafted. Think about this. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, they didn't do anything to their bench. They didn't do anything to their lineup. They just betting on the house and roll it out again. I don't think that that's particularly smart.
Well, I guess we could argue all day about where Tatum ranks or whatever it is. And at this point, especially off the court, he sells jerseys. He has the Nike deal. But you know who doesn't have a Nike deal or does have a Nike deal but doesn't have a shoe deal? Jalen Brunson. Apparently, according to Big Knicks Energy, and I want to give you props because you got the Jalen Brunson thing right. So keep up the good work, Big Knicks Energy. Nike has opted not to develop a signature shoe line for Jalen Brunson. However, he will be the recipient of a unique player-exclusive sneaker. What the hell does that mean for my sneakerheads or ball or flea? And does this mean that they're really saying Tatum is not a superstar in their eyes?
No, not Tatum Brown. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Brunson.
I'm sorry. Is this Nike saying that Jalen Brunson is not really a superstar?
Well, please let me go first. Anybody that knows, nobody wears more Nike than me. Period.
Y'all see the shirt. Y'all see the shirt every day.
This is one mistake, and Nike doesn't really make too many mistakes, but this is a big mistake on them. Because what Jalen Brunson represents, I think he needs a shoe. If Paul George can get a shoe, I'm gonna say it again. If Paul George can get a shoe, he doesn't represent anything. He doesn't change culture. Nobody wants to play. Go ahead, Flea.
No, I'm going to say this to you. Your son thinks OG, and your son thinks Paul George is the GOAT. And what I mean by that is people in his era, guys coming up right now. Brandon Miller sat. OG. Brandon Miller sat down. Cayenne Anthony, the son of Carmelo Anthony, said Paul George is his favorite player of all time. I'm just saying, like, Paul George has made a name for himself, and Nike won't.
You know what's crazy now that you say that, right?
What you got?
Think about how young them dudes is. They don't even know Paul George from Indiana.
No clue.
So
didn't see him.
How many years he played in OKC? 1?
2 years.
So 2 years in OKC, 4 years in LA, and he's been injured off and on in LA. And they're saying that. That's mind-boggling.
OG, he made the All-Star game this year or last year, one of the two. And I was just like, how did he make it? I didn't even see him on the floor.
Nike, if Nike is smart, which I know they are very smart, you should get behind Jalen Brunson. Not only because he's a great player, what he represents, and he's playing for New York. He has a whole city behind him. No disrespect. Paul George ain't got the whole LA behind him. Jalen Brunson has the whole New York.
Not even close, OG.
Exactly. Jalen Brunson has the whole New York City behind him. Listen, man, what this young man is doing, what he represents, I'm going to keep saying it again, great leadership. Seems like a great young man. And just the ultimate team player. Nike needs to get behind him. And just imagine, man, he gives the youth, young men and women, hope. He's not tall. He's not athletic. He's not fast. He doesn't have the best handle. He doesn't have the best jump shot. He misses free throws.
That's that Steph Curry effect. You know how Steph Curry gives the confidence for people, normal people,
thank you, Flea,
to be great? Yeah, I'm with you.
So you know, I think Nike is making a bad mistake, and they rarely make mistakes. But if they're smart, I'm going to say it again, which I know they're very smart, they need to rethink whatever they're doing, and they need to give Jalen Brunson his own sneaker. And I seriously think if they do that, it will be nothing but a positive.
I think we always look at the jersey sales for reflection because we don't have all the data Nike has. I don't think they're making a mistake. I can't remember. Nike just dropped $300 billion or whatever it was in stock. Joker is number 14, 15 in jersey sales, and Jalen Brunson just cracked number 15, top 15 jersey sales last year for the first time ever. That 15 spot is very fickle. Like I've seen Joker there. Brunson is now there. Before him was Jordan Poole. That's a very fickle spot. And I'd rather him. This is what's been happening to Jalen Brunson. He's always doubted. He's always looked at as second rate. And I'm okay with that. That's going to be his story. So I love that they keep doing this to him. Because they'll probably make millions off the merch anyway. Because I think the merch is going to sell better with Jalen Brunson. But I just think Nike's not making a mistake because it's all about sales. When you compare him to Paul George, Kyrie Irving, these are fan favorites. These are players' favorites. All I ever hear about when they ask a kid who's their favorite player is Paul George. Like 8 times out of 10.
Hold on. All right. Let me rebuttal.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to ignore how many players, coaches, and just people jumped on the Jalen Brunson bandwagon this season? So let's not act like he's not a fan favorite and a player favorite.
Is that as many as Paul George's fan base since he came to the league? Like they're still fans of him, and look what he's like. The for me, us as a matter of fact, all three of us personally at this point, the Paul George brand is horrible. That thing is like we say he has no dog in him. We don't want him on our team. Look what we say about him. We don't like to watch you play because you might show up, you might not show up. That's not Brunson. So if we're talking about their brand of play, their style of play, we're all fans of Brunson. But Tim Duncan wasn't a top 5 jersey sale ever, if I'm not mistaken. I'd rather have the Tim Duncan of point guards, bro. Let me get that.
Fabian, but hold on, OG.
Tim Duncan got a sneaker too. Go ahead, Flea. Sorry.
But to be honest with you, the powers that be at Nike, unless you are a LeBron James type of guy or Jason Tatum type of guy, I'm sorry to say, like, there's a bunch of casuals up there. I'm not gonna ask them who the next best player is in the world. I don't think that they got the right people tapped in. So when we look at them making a decision on if Jalen Brunson is a superstar level player to invest in giving him a sneaker, they might start with the PE and say, "Oh well, damn, let us win a championship. Let him be a first team All NBA player. Let him be an all-star starter." Like something is gonna happen where they're gonna have to revisit this and say, "Well, hold up, we might have made a mistake." I'm just saying, like when we look at the brands and like Fabian is saying, when we're looking at the brands and Nike, a lot of it doesn't have to do with basketball either, Fabian. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying with the brands.
It's a life. Thank you. It's a lifestyle.
Right. That basketball shit is probably like secondary to the executive at Nike who's going to push the button for the sneaker to go through. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, that's a great point. I'm just saying, if I'm an exec over there, I'm looking at what he represents. I'm not only looking on the court, I'm looking off the court. Like I said, you got the whole world celebrating. And like I said, just what he did last season and how he just gathered and gathered. What's the word I'm looking for?
No, spit it. Go ahead, OG. Galvanize. You got it.
Right. Galvanize a whole city. Listen, big shout out to one of my favorite cities, New Orleans, family down there. Big shout out to my guy, Ja, man. He said it. He said, bro, we down here, we root for Jalen Brunson. He a dog. So let's not act like he's not reaching other places. I'm just saying, if I'm mistaken, does Devin Booker have a sneaker?
Sure does.
Come on, man. What are we talking about? So that's all I'm saying. Don't tell me my man don't deserve a sneaker. Just like last year, they say he wasn't a superstar. Just like last year, they said he wasn't an MVP candidate. Just like last year, he wouldn't get to the second seed. Just like last year, he wouldn't be like it's just like, come on, bro. Come on, enough is enough. Are we gonna do things organic and real, or are we gonna keep with this BS? The young man deserves everything that he gets. And if I'm Nike, I'm putting a campaign behind Jalen Brunson, and you'll see what'll happen.
Somebody timestamp this and clip it up and send this to Nike. Somebody timestamp this right here. What our OG just said.
Come on, man. Everything can't be about everything can't be everything can't be about everything can't be about the superstar bullshit. Excuse my language. What this man is representing on and off the court, we started comparing him to Allen Iverson as far as what he did. The 40 balls as much as Jordan in the playoffs. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, it's like, how much more do y'all want to see?
The top 2 or the 3 sneaker sellers of 2 years ago was the top one was John Morant. Number 3 was LaMelo Ball, bro. Like that. So if that don't tell you the story about what Nike's trying to do or who they're going behind, it's obvious. It's just they're more flashy. It is what it is. The casual, like how Flea put it.
All right. So why Devin Booker didn't, besides Jalen Brunson?
I think his game has been flashy. He's been in the league for quite some time. I'm not sure when he got his deal, but bro, Devin Booker's game has been more talked about. He scored 70 points in the game. I was never a big
Brunson scored 60.
Right, but for some reason, it's not the thing for people. He's just not. He's not as pleasing to the eye. He's a hard worker.
He's
want
not.
to jump on
Nah,
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta run, y'all. I'm hiding the Texan sign on my shirt because I don't want nobody to see that I got a Texan shirt on right now, and I'm a Giant fan. I'm telling them myself, but I love y'all, and I will tap in with y'all soon.
Say no more. Love you more, bro. Yeah. So now, I mean,
Fabian, stop playing with me. Fabian, stop playing with me.
There they go. Ralph Craven and Ed Norton.
No, I'm sorry. He's right. He's right. We live.
Big play.
Y'all too.
Never the little one.
Love you, Ray.
And you can hear the drop too. You don't have the app.
I can't. I mean,
Okay.
But Fabian, you make some great points, man. I'm not going to go back and forth and argue with you. It's just that I'm a Jalen Brunson stan, and I just think sometimes in life, man, you get those human beings that it doesn't always have to be about the pizzazz, the flash, And I just think he's one of those, and I just think it's time for these big brands to just one time do something that's just organic and real, and it doesn't have to deal with the hype. Like I said, what he's doing, listen, man, if he continues to do it, like, listen, bro, this is legendary, and especially in the New York market.
I think that's the thing, that Brunson is anti all of that.
Right.
He
right,
really is anti all of that. Like, the Knicks are not making a super team off what everybody else has built. They're building a team how I want to build. Like, that's why I'm a stand of Jalen Brunson as well. Because it, like, when people keep standing everybody else, I'm like, yo, they ain't trying to win. They're not trying to win. Jalen Brunson is trying to win. He just took a boatload off the deck to stay with us. And instead, they're talking about forming another super team all ball. Kendrick Perkins, apparently, he's saying, hey, the next year and a half is about to be interesting, and we might have another super team on our hands.
This question for Allie. Name
Okay,
me.
here we go. I'm back.
Oh, shit.
I'm back. So look, the relationships. And the reason I bring up the relationships is this. James Harden, when he was on Oklahoma City, right? Soon as we left, went to the NBA Finals, I remember having this conversation when we got back, when KD, James Harden, I believe Russ got back from the Olympics from winning the gold. KD said, man, we are about to lose James, and it's not about the money. And I said, man, what are you talking about? He said, we're about to lose James because when we was over in the Olympics, Braun, D-Wade, all those guys were telling James, bro, you too nice, bro, to be coming off the bench. You're a number one option. You need to have your own team. And hey, real talk.
That's some dirty shit. I believe wrong.
Huh?
He wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't wrong. And guess what? 2 months later, he's traded to the Rockets. He turned down the contract extension, and the rest is history. He went to the Rockets and did his damn thing. Win the MVP, multiple scoring titles, whatever. All I'm saying is these relationships happen. You're overseas, you're going to dinner, you're working out together, you're hanging out, you're playing some Blu-ray, you're doing all this. The next year and a half is going to be interesting. It only could be one NBA champion. Steph is getting older. Braun's getting older. KD's getting older.
Old.
Huh?
Old. We're already old. You can't get older.
All right. When they start talking, it's time to pause it. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. So initially, when I saw that, I'm thinking KD, LeBron James, and Steph Curry are thinking about linking up. Sidebar. Now, I don't know if you want to, because that led back to the first topic or the second topic. That could be them gassing Jason Tatum to break up with Jaylen Brown, or Jaylen Brown getting gassed up off this because he has no relationships with these guys. But I digress. KD, LeBron are both old. Steph Curry is getting older. He's putting pressure on Golden State. They want to win. And I think Kendrick Perkins has merit to this. They gassed up Harden, and Kobe Bryant's infamous. Yo, I was telling Russell Westbrook the whole time, You need to be shooting more, man. Gassing them up, and it's documented. Do you believe that another super team is upon us? KD, LeBron James, and Steph Curry.
No. You got to remember, let me take my time with this. You got to remember, if this happens and they win a championship, people won't even count that ring. Like, as much as, those guys look like they enjoy their company around each other and playing with each other, LeBron know damn well, if I team up with Curry and KD and win a championship, you think I'm getting flamed now for the super teams? Bro, nobody not even going to count that ring. And let's be for real. Steph Curry, they not doing that. No. Do I think there's another super team on the way? No, I don't. Especially that. I think just the notion of that is sad. I seen another post where somebody posted LeBron and Steph Curry both with Laker uniforms on. It basically was like, yo, just do it. Like, y'all look great together. Where's the competitiveness and the competition at? Where is I want to beat you and be better than you? That doesn't mean I'm not your friend and don't want the best for you, but I want to be considered the greatest. How can I be considered the greatest if I'm going to team up with you? No, I think that's a terrible idea. And I think all three of those guys are not thinking about that. LeBron is thinking about winning a championship, but I don't think he's thinking about doing that with KD or Curry. Now, this is where you have to be careful. If KD goes to the Lakers and they win, LeBron can say, KD came to us. I ain't go over there. You get what I'm saying? I just don't like, big shout out to Kendrick Perkins, man. I grew to be a fan of his. But I don't like this notion. You see how competitive the Olympics were when the rules are different, when you can goaltend, when you can hand check, when they let you be a little more physical. That's what great basketball is. Not scoring 140 and guys teaming up in no defense. So I think instead of people preaching super teams, we need to preach, should the NBA rules be just as the same as the Olympic rules? With a ref let right. I'm talking about goaltending and everything. Listen, bro, that was exciting. That was exciting. So for me, I don't see another super team because a lot of these guys is 2-3 years and they done. So no, I don't agree with Kendrick Perkins. I don't like the idea, and I think the super team thing is dead. I really do.
I like how you put it, because if it does happen, KD can't go by himself, because then he'll feel that way. But if Steph Curry goes, then it's a team thing, and it's the Olympic thing. So I can flat out see it happening. I can see LeBron getting AD traded for both of them somehow, because that's what LeBron does. He runs the Lakers. I could flat out seeing JJ Redick cheerleading him, being nice, but cheerleading all these thoughts and going, "Oh my God, do you know what we can do with these weapons? I can open my entire offense that I've been talking about on my podcast with you, LeBron. I can see all of that happening. You know what I'm saying? I can't overlook what Kendrick Perkins is saying, because those couple of months, that was an experience. I don't know if, forget about whether you think this team is as good as the Dream Team. This is for me, it might have been the most memorable Olympics since the Dream Team. Because you got the Redeem Team, I understand that, but this just felt different. This was competitive. Steph Curry's moment, there was a moment with a guy at the end. I don't remember us being this engaged with the team. Like with the Redeem Team was cool, but it was almost like, oh, we knew they were going to win. This team, like, hold on, they might lose back-to-back games. Wemby's upon. There was a lot to this. So that experience alone, whether you agree with it or not, the experience they can draw back on. What Kendrick Perkins is talking about, bro. We saw James Harden get the hell up out of OKC, and yeah, that was a young guy, and these guys are older. Where else are you supposed to meet up with players and do business at? Place of business.
There's only one mercenary in the NBA that's legit, and that's Kevin Durant. And to me, there's only one place he can go where he won't get judged and they can win, and that's Golden State back with Steph Curry. If he teams up with LeBron, that will be the craziest, weakest, dumbest move I've ever seen. Simple and plain. And let me just say with the Team USA versus Dream Team. Where Team USA loses for me is they're not going to have enough Hall of Famers. Devin Booker ain't going to be no Hall of Famer. Drew Holiday ain't going to be no Hall of Famer. Derek White ain't going to be no Hall of Famer. Halliburton ain't going to be no Hall of Famer. Dream Team has too many Hall of Famers. So this is why, to me, they lose that battle as far as the best team or the most exciting. Now, was this run good and great for basketball? Yes. But I look at it totally different. It was too many close games. So while everybody is, it was great basketball, but it was too many close games for us to put out our best. So I look at it totally different. Yeah, it was great to watch, but, guys.
But were you more invested in this Olympics than the last 25 years?
Oh, I mean, yes, I can say yes, but not by a long shot though. But yes.
I'm not gonna say a long shot because the Dream Team was this. They were the Beatles. They were Michael Jackson on the road. Like this wasn't that. Because you have so many stars in so many different countries, but they were in Paris. Steph was doing the sleep thing. The whole team was doing the night.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a moment.
It was cute. Listen, man, when you look at that Dream Team documentary, come on, bro, nothing compared to that. I'm sorry. As great as LeBron and them guys is, that Dream Team documentary, if you haven't watched it, people, go back and watch it. The crowds that was waiting for them guys, that wasn't for Team USA. Sorry. Like, come on, man. So for me, when it comes to that star power, listen, Magic, Jordan, Bird, remember at that time, Barkley was probably one of the biggest stars on and off the court. Are you kidding me? No. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't.
I don't know. Well, because remember that's when D Wade and LeBron also talked about, and with Melo's supposed to be on the Miami Heat, and he talked about it to to an extension on his podcast or I forgot who, or Podcast P, I think it was. How he didn't want to join him. He had his own team already. You know what I'm saying? He didn't follow suit with them. So it was all under the same agency. Now the agency thing is like broken everything up because CAA is the agency took over different teams. But I can legit see this happening. I think there's a lot of merit to what Kendrick Perkins is saying, and I disagree with your original statement that this wouldn't count because this is the original way of how the old guys did used to link up. They did wait till their mid-30s to go link up. Charles Barkley going to Houston, Drexler going to Houston. That's how it was typically. Moses Malone.
And what they set up, come on, don't do that. Moses Malone, these guys at that time is nowhere near what KD and Steph Curry is right now. I'm sorry.
What? When Moses Malone joined the Philadelphia 76ers, they became a super team. It was 4-4-4. He went to the playoffs saying, ain't nobody beating us. Lakers, whoever. And he dismantled Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They went to like 4 finals before Moses got there.
When Barkley went to Houston, did people not roast him and say that was terrible?
Nah, I don't remember that. I don't remember.
We say it.
Nah, we say it now because to me personally, I don't know about everybody else. I don't like that he gets on Kevin Durant, team hopping so much because you team hop. So that's what I make fun of him for. But when he went to Houston, and even Kevin Garnett going to Boston, and Ray Allen going to Boston, it was thought of as, they were older.
Fabian, that is not the same as everybody you name is not the same as Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Curry teaming up, bro. I'm sorry. Barkley going to play with Drexler and Hakeem is nowhere near the same as LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry teaming up. Bro, it's not. That's ridiculous.
Popularity wise, no, and they're closer to their primes. I understand what you're saying, what I'm saying is that I wouldn't even fear them. That's how much that's not unfair. I would laugh at them. I can't wait for this. JJ Redick, LeBron James, another highlight. That's not a super team to me. You put that together, it's over for y'all. The Knicks will destroy y'all. The Minnesota Timberwolves will destroy y'all. The defensive teams are exposing y'all. This is not KD, Steph Curry, LeBron James from 10 years ago. They are older. They have load management. LeBron James' whole beard is gray. He ain't even paint that shit this Olympics.
I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. I'm just saying, to me, it's no good. It's no good for basketball. No, I don't like it. Don't like it. Simple and plain. No. Now y'all trying to cheat to win. No. All y'all are alphas. All y'all are lead dogs. Get it how you supposed to get it. No. No, I don't want to see it. It was cute for the Olympics. I do not want to see that for a whole 82 game season. No, I don't.
Man, and put them old guys in the shed in LA. Oh boy, all together. Line them. I'm down with that. Put them to sleep. That's all. All ball.
You already know, man. All ball TV, Knicks rehab or nothing.
Knicks rehab.
The Knicks rehab.
Ball suckers.
I'm gonna stay on read some of these comments. Me fix. I hate. Why can't you let me pick my own solo dolo? Well, you could, but put it in the middle. Put it in the middle as I read you guys' rhetoric. Here we go. That's the middle. Whoa. I found the middle. I found the middle. It's crazy. Let's go through some of these. Oh, boy. Is that Mekhi Phifer on the low? Don't forget Jaylen Brown mad he didn't get gold medal. Watch out. I love it. It's going to break them up. Steve Kerr's going to break up the, the Boston Celtics. I agree. Spo next coach Team USA. He was on this team. I don't know how much they can improve that. Bam saying Tatum riding on ASS. I just think he's soft, man. He smashed SGA. Come on. I think SGA plays towards his strengths, Molly Mall. Like, give me those. Brunson plays towards his strengths for the most part. I don't think Tatum played towards his strengths, and he took a step back the last couple seasons, last 6 months, maybe the last year, maybe playing his role, having to integrate, Porzingis and Derek White and Holiday into the start lineup. And Jaylen Brown has gotten better within that time. That's what I forgot to mention earlier. Tatum has been pretty much the same player if you don't agree with him getting worse. So let's just say, for argument's sake, Tatum has been the same player. Jaylen Brown, after getting tore up for not having a left hand, is going left now, going over both shoulders. You can't overlook that. And then on top of that, he's coming in on fire this year. I'm pretty sure, like, to Flea's point, he's pretty mature. Shaq spoke to him, said, "Hey, don't break this up." But again, you're dealing with two superstars. Pippen was a superstar, but Pippen was not the vice president and president of the NBPA, of the union over there in the NBA. He didn't get this much attention for his off the court antics and just going against Nike like this. That's a big deal. Kyrie Irving got kicked off Nike for going crazy, for going a little too left. And Jaylen Brown goes left, and he's not scared to speak. If he's not scared to speak his mind, and he won the championship, Finals MVP, MVP of the Eastern Conference, these accolades start to stack up a little bit when you come in there going, "Yo, I gotten better, bro. You need to start shooting better." Those little moments in practice, I have to believe they might be a little crazier when you're in practice and I start talking. I'll get a little vocal with you. You start softening up. Or you're going to go to the front office and be like, "Yo, I don't want him on my team anymore because he's talking to me crazy and he's getting better than me, man." They had those valuable 24 turnovers. OG bringing the Insta Live craziness over to YouTube. He always has, Rob. Oh, Pete. One has a champion and one don't. Fair. Morant has more chances to be president of the NRA than NBA champion and MVP. Yo. And beat a flopper and tries to hurt guys. I would take Tatum. Yeah, I was just speaking to Embiid's skill. Like, when he's on, it's just, he looks amazing. Defensively, though, I want to get to that with All-Ball and Flea. That Olympics exposed Embiid. Defensively, don't get me wrong, he defends the most shots at the rim. I believe I'm not mistaken, around 10 shots at the rim he defends a game. He contests about half of that. But Embiid, rebounding wise, he got exposed this Olympics, which is what I always said about him. How you gonna box out David Robinson and Karl Malone? They're taking every rebound. You better not miss a shot. And with LeBron out there running the offense, it's going to be a one. They're going to stop the ball a lot. Steph creating one-on-one all day is not going to do it for you. Kevin Durant creating one-on-one, That's what kills LeBron teams. When you have those teams that can play a team style defense. Look at the Spurs. They were going at it with the Miami Heat. People say, D Wade got hurt in the second of the back-to-back finals appearances, but the Spurs were a bunny hop away from Tim Duncan of winning back-to-back finals. They were a Kawhi Leonard injury away from going back to the finals in Tim Duncan's 100th season. And that would have been tough for anybody. So give me the team all day. Embiid, yes, he's a flopper and he tries to hurt guys. So I understand what you're saying, Pettit. We don't respect Embiid either. I have no respect for Embiid. I understand. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Lorenzo in the Benzo. What's going on, my brother? Hey, by the way, click the Cash App in the description, y'all. Click the Cash App in the description. Also, click the link in the description for StreamYard. If you want to start your own podcast, do your own Zoom call, even if you want to just test out what podcasting is all about, click the link in the description for StreamYard. That way, you get a taste of what we do on here. Especially if you like what we do and you're listening to this far. Jesus Christ. Give it a shot. Salute Knicks Rehab. Darlene, what's going on? Ladybug. Put in real basketball terms, look at Tatum play and what he does now. Look at Embiid, and he feels like he's getting outplayed. Look back at Knicks versus Sixers. That's a dirty player. He's the dirtiest player in the game. He's dirtier than Draymond. I've been saying that. Nike got to win the chip first. Nah, Nostalgic Nick, what's going on, baby? Nah, because John Morant and LaMelo Ball were selling sneakers and they didn't win any chips. I don't think Tim Duncan was a top sneaker seller. It's just, it is what it is. Brunson's just not a star, not a superstar. For a lot of people, and I think at this point he is a star, not a superstar. Off the court, on the court, I think at this point he would be considered a basketball superstar within basketball circles. If you're a basketball fan, you consider him a superstar because he comes up. He's one of the first 10, 20 names to come up in your conversation now. He's made it that way. But my girl don't know she might know who Jalen Brunson is. She might be like, is that the guy? That's the guy you were a fan of, right? He's on the Knicks. She might not know. But John Morant, she might know off the court antics, just being, his flashy play and all that. So these guys just, and the kids, remember, they look at their Instagram followers. We haven't even gone to that. Brunson only a superstar, in my opinion. In New York. Definitely a superstar in New York. But even then, it's like, there's a reason why ESPN still leads with the Lakers and LeBron and Steph Curry and KD. Those guys are brands. They're like legacy acts at this point. They're on their way to becoming that. So they lead with them for a reason. We still argue about Steph Curry versus Magic. We're not going to do the Brunson versus Magic conversation yet on ESPN because it's not going to bring that much traction. But it is what it is, man, with the numbers. It's who we're a fan of. It's clearly about basketball skills and not just about, who we want to be a groupie over. No disrespect, by the way, because I think the groupies are another telltale sign of who is a basketball superstar. Paul George going to the Hall of Fame. Oh, yeah, he should. That doesn't make him that doesn't mean he wasn't passive aggressive. That doesn't mean he played to his potential either. Me being a Knicks fan, of course, I hate the Celtics, but for Team USA, give me Tatum and Brown over Booker. White, anything White can do, Brown does better. The Brown White thing to me was tough because I didn't understand that. Defensively, I would think you get better, especially once Brown has been the Robin, and what's stopping him from being Robin with LeBron in him? You know what I'm saying? Like that never made sense to me. And he's a better one-on-one option. So I just don't, maybe with the Olympics, Kerr, Spoelstra, Lou, they refer to Krzyzewski, they refer to previous coaches, and they go, bro, keep the starters, put your start lineup out there, get your 7-man rotation. People are gonna be upset, but that's how you're gonna win. We haven't factored that in either. Brown over Booker. Booker, I disagree with that. I think Booker is the kind of player you could put on any team. He fits with any team. As long as he knows he's the second or third best player on the team, he's lights out. Now he gets these open shots for you. Now he gets more open looks. He's dangerous in that position because he can knock the shot down maybe better than Jaylen Brown at this point. Damn. Brown's been knocking down some shots too lately. But Booker has just been, he brings the ball up, but he can't guard 94 feet like Brown. Damn, Pettit. You stumped me with that one. PG career Brunson is not on that level. See, that's a funny thing because if you go by accolades and stuff like that, then sure you're gonna get Paul George. But when we talk about just the greatest careers, Brunson is in line to have one of these greatest careers. Like, I always use football as an analogy, and I always talk about this with Tom Brady ad nauseum. I don't think Tom Brady was on Dan Marino's level of quarterback. He just wasn't. There's just impossible. You can't even compare them, in my opinion. If he would have had, someone who was up front in the front office like a Bill Belichick, Dan Marino's career is a whole, like, he'd be considered the greatest quarterback by far. But the fact of the matter is, Tom Brady proved his greatness through consistency, and he went out there and showed up all the time till he got hurt and they changed the rules for him. Wink, wink. But the greatness of Tom Brady's career versus the greatness of their skills are two different things, in my opinion. Like, for me, I'm the biggest Dan Marino fan, but you can't compare the greatness of him to Tom Brady at this point, because that's legendary status. That's what's going to be talked about in history books. When they bring up the NFL, they're going to bring up Tom Brady before Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, my holy king, which is crazy for me to even say. That's crazy, my holy king. When you talk about the history of basketball, can it be possible that when they write about the history of basketball 100 years from now, Brunson's name might come up before Paul George? Because this isn't about fandom. This is about creating a storyline, a narrative through play, through winning, through effort. Brunson has taken the steps for that, man. Brunson barely made the All-Star team. Brunson only gets hyped up only in New York. Now, I could agree with all that. I'm not going to disagree with any of that. But in terms of a great career, is different. And I got to agree with you with that. When you that number 15 slot with jersey sales is a telltale sign. It's a revolving door. It is. Like I said, Jordan Poole was a number 15 in jersey sales a couple years ago. Jordan Poole, like, we'd be shocked if Jordan Poole cracked the top 15 ever again. Brunson needs to win something, prove everyone wrong. For everyone else, yes. But for me, Brunson ain't got to do none of that. Brunson just got to keep being Brunson, man. Because this is what all I've ever wanted. Even Patrick Ewing wasn't this much of a leader. The team never revered Patrick Ewing like this, and that's what we lived through. You see how Charles Oakley talks about Ewing now? They're not going to talk about Brunson like that in 20 years. We'd be utterly surprised, right? PG and Indiana and Brunson couldn't touch that. Paul George is a better skill. He's a better player, skill-wise. But intangibles, it erases a lot of what he does. He doesn't show the same effort game in, game out. Doesn't show up for every playoff game. Look what he did to the Clippers. Look what he did to every team. He claimed I'm going to be here forever and then leaves at the first chance he gets. So that's not what Brunson's about. PG's a talented player with stats that don't lead to winning. Y'all have to stop just looking at stats and watch the game. JB over PG led his injured team one game away from Eastern Conference Finals. Exactly. We're just talking about basketball because he shows up injured and everything. Broke his hand, was still trying to finish the series off. I never seen Paul George put up Michael Jordan numbers in the playoffs. That's what Brunson did. And Paul George played in this era. You play with Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. How many more teams? You have Embiid now. How many more teammates does Paul George need? And these are all top 5 guys that in the league when they're healthy at their peak. Paul George did that. They blew a 3-1 lead to the Dallas Mavericks. Come on, man. To the same Dallas Mavericks that Jalen Brunson was on, that he got hurt. Don't tell me that team you're talking about, King. Brunson is an ordinary player who makes shots. All right, King is a hater. Booker also has a cheese. I don't know what that means. An ordinary player can't lead a team that have, yep, exactly, one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, Nike's about popularity and sale. Yep, 1,000% more. Clarence Beats, why would the Celtics troll the Knicks? Troll the fact that their best player couldn't participate in the gold game. That's what I'm saying, Clarence. Get to him. But LeBron doesn't sell. But LeBron shoes don't sell. That might be, that's funny, Clarence, because maybe his sneakers don't sell that much because you got Kyrie's, John Morant, LaMelo's and all that. They were selling a lot more than LeBron, but LeBron is like a commercial for Nike all day long. So when he pops up on Twitter, he got the Nike gear on, and it's LeBron. He's their commercial at post game conference. He plays for the Lakers. A part of that is comes with LeBron. Even though you are right, rivaling Michael Jordan and all that, that's the bar. You can, Jordan was a commercial for Nike too at all times. So he also sold sneakers. So where is a Clutch Media All-Star podcast? Is this a Clutch Media? Sorry, RP. These guys today about the bag and stash. JB different. Will do anything to win, and I will rock with that more than Flash. 1,000,000%. Big perk. LeBron sells shoes 30 million per year. Clarence just Googled it. But is that the most? Pull a picture of Jefferson or Perk wearing a pair of bronze on or off the court. Just an example. Yeah. Humberto de los Ojos. The Knicks will definitely win the next several championships. Wow. If they sell 30 million a pair, Nike's buying 20 million themselves for AAU students. Clarence is the ultimate hater. They're too old to qualify as a super team. They barely could beat European plumbers together. I agree. Let them pair up. They're not winning. I guarantee that. Correct. They'll be Barkley, Hakeem, and Pippen. This is now love and hip hop NBA. These players are thoughts. I gotta agree with you, Clarence. The old ones. I think the new guys, man. I talked about this. Shout out to Dom Driver, got me in the history, celebrating history, basketball history group chat. And I think the old players act like that. The previous generation, the LeBron's generation, but team hopping and everything. But these new guys, I'm very proud of them being competitive. We talk about Brunson. John Morant to me is competitive. Ant-Man is competitive. Wemby is competitive. I get he has his flaws. No back to the basket game yet. But to me, you can't, within the next 5 years with the way the rules are, no big man like that. If you guys are trying to argue about whether Joker is going to be in the GOAT conversation and don't think Wemby's a part of that, Wemby's already great in his rookie season. Joker was not. And he's competitive. That's the ultimate thing about Wemby. He's just he goes out there. He's emotional about losing in the Olympics. He's emotional about in the right way. When he talk about stuff, I forgot what they said about him during the season. And he wanted to go at whoever it was. This generation, I look forward to it. The next 5 years, I really do look forward to it. KD and Curry can go to the Lakers. They won't win. In fact, if they make the playoffs, they're not getting out the first round. They might not. Now Minnesota out there. Oh, we need hand checking back. Yeah, I think that's slowly coming back, East Blue Drew. I think hand checking and the big men are coming back to the league. They're going to have to bring back the 10-second rule, half court rule. They're going to bring back a lot of rules because they're going to see that FIBA. If FIBA brought this on for the Olympics, imagine if you bring this on with the most talented players in the world. Why don't you have them competing at a high level if there's no more load management? Because LeBron started that too. In the middle of the game, he just wouldn't play defense. Like, that's load management. And yes, put the rules back, then you will see these guys fall back 1,000%. It was memorable because they struggled. Yep. Yeah, but it was, if they struggled and lost, it would be memorably horrible. It would be a horrible memory, and we would make fun of them for years. The Redeem team was flaky till Kobe activated. Yeah, I just saw that LeBron lost in 06. LeBron led Olympic team. They lost in 06. And then Kobe came back and was like, I was tired of y'all lose. I was tired of watching y'all lose. The world was not caught up. The NBA took a step back with the rule changes. KD and Braun have moved 4 times each. Hilarious. Well, Booker was good. He was really good. And those, remember, Booker has to go to a role player and perform in spots. I don't know if Jaylen Brown can do that, and for any team. John Pettit, going back to your comment, Booker can do that because he got better with the set shot, and he's just really good at creating his own shot, and that's what he does. He shoots, and you need that when you have 2-3 other one-on-one players on the team, and they get the ball to you, as a grenade. Got 3 seconds. That's Booker's thing. Oh, I got 3 seconds. Watch this. Kevin Durant. Oh, I got 3 seconds. Watch this. So Booker's obviously not on Kevin Durant's level, but he was really good, and it fits any team in my opinion. This team was regular. Curry just became Curry when it counted, and still got played out. Made up MVP. Maybe. I still think that they're not regular. Number one. And number two, the whole conversation with the dream team is like they, I don't see them beating the dream team. It's just simple as defense and rebounding. It really is. You think if Serbia could hold you to who was it? France could hold you to 96 points. So if the dream team holds you, they're gonna hold you to 90. And you got to grab every rebound. And every possession is gonna feel like a championship possession. And it's NBA championship champions going you up against. You want Jordan with the ball when it all matters most? I just don't see them guarding them like that. Nobody could guard them on this team. They don't have Kawhi. If Kawhi was on this team, that changes a lot for me. He can guard almost anybody on the dream team, 1 through 3. Because Karl Malone's going to get him to the, Booker was slept on. I ain't know he played defense like that. He doesn't play defense all the time, but he did step up his defense like, I want to say 2 seasons ago. Shout out to Dom Dropper. He put me on to that. As a matter of fact, I want to say when Chris Paul got there, he started playing better defensively. When Chris Paul went to the Phoenix Suns, Booker stepped up defensively. Nah, the dream team was just it. Yeah, they were. But you got to remember, they were the first of their kind. What if there was never no dream team? What if there was never no NBA players ever in the Olympics? And this season was the first time we saw them in the Olympics. It would have been like the first dream team, right? It would have been like the first dream team. Like they would have called it that. But it wouldn't have been the same thing because they wouldn't have beat everybody like the dream team did. But that was part of the dream team's nostalgia too, right? Like they're the first and they're the best and they're like the greatest. And the gap is by a river and an ocean. Braun got swarmed by one kid going into that restaurant. The dream team couldn't go to a restaurant. It was really Space Jam for real. Yeah. Ochua running with Lions. Oh, yeah, I forgot to post that. Ochua is out here, our precious king. Our precious king is out here going bananas. Your man is out here just walking around with lions, bro. Shout out to Tommy Beard, man. Great follow on Twitter. Always posting up Knicks stats and everything. Knicks Stan, and he posted this up from Precious Achua's IG. Precious caption states, real killers, but we trying to make your nervous system feel safe. Precious Achua, I am now 1,000% scared of you. You're from the Bronx and you walk with lions. I'm good. The real king of Zamunda, King Precious. Peace and salute, Queens is in the building. Queens get the money, all ball and Fabian. Corey Lee, what's going on, my brother? Lee, do not start disrespecting Moses. I didn't disrespect Moses. I didn't disrespect Moses at all. I said he was in his prime still. And I believe Moses Malone is the most underrated player of all time. They keep talking about Steph Curry's a top 15 player. Kobe Bryant is a top 10, top 15 player, and somehow leaps Moses. I don't know how. I don't know how. They said it then too. The dream ain't have a Halliburton. Looking like Kratos. Barkley, Hakeem, Drexler in their prime would be a better team than KD, Braun, and Curry. They fit much better. Barkley was just lazy. Barkley was lazy. And what was it? John Stockton hit that game winner, right? In game 7 and got them up out of there. Hakeem was on the other side of the hill of his prime, or just started the other side of the hill of his prime. Drexler was on the other side of the hill of his prime. KD, Braun, and Curry right now, they be soft in the middle, and I would just laugh at them. I wanted it. JJ Redick's the coach. I want to laugh at them, bro. They're a reality show. Do it. The league is wide open. I say there's 5 teams, 5 or 6 teams. Like the Pelicans have to be really healthy, and even then, Dime always reminds me like it's very hard to win a championship. Who's the veteran over there? They just trade for. I know they got DeJounte Murray. There's no veteran on the Pelicans. CJ McCollum. He didn't win, but I don't know. I'm not scared of them. And Anthony Davis always punks them. It's kind of annoying. Fabian. Hold on. My bad. Nostalgic. That was crazy. The Knicks team is the real deal. Corey Lee, 718 boys are in the building. Correct. Are the Bucks out of the race? Dame's over. The Bucks, they have an outside chance. I like what Doc Rivers was saying on Bill Simmons' podcast, where he feels like Giannis and Dame, if you're in transition, you give Giannis the ball and let him do his thing and figure out a mismatch or get some sort of advantage, because 9 times out of 10, Giannis will get an advantage in transition just by taking those 3 steps across the court that he does. Well, actually, he takes 5 steps because he travels. And then Dame should bring the ball up 100% of the time on an inbounds pass. Like, Giannis should never get the ball on an inbounds pass because Dame's going to set up. He's a point guard. So Giannis, he should be running down court and trying to get an advantage like that and see if they can inbounds the ball and get it to him. Like, if you get an inbounds pass and Giannis runs down court versus anybody, let him be the gazelle that he is. But defensively, they lost a lot. I'm sorry. They got Jeremy Grant. Who did the Bucks get in the offseason that impressed me? Not Jeremy Grant. They didn't get Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones went to Phoenix. Bucks offseason. Bucks are putting together a sneaky good offseason, according to Forbes magazine. Why the hell should we listen to you? I don't want to go to Forbes. Why are you sending me to Forbes.com? 3 upgrades the Milwaukee Bucks made to their roster this offseason. Patrick Beverley for DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright, he's all right. He's better than Patrick Beverley. I think he shoots better also. How tall is DeLon Wright? Another thing, Wright has over Beverly's versatility, has 6'2", bigger wings and guards. Right, DeLon Wright is 6'5". It was DeLon Wright, but it wasn't DeLon Wright that like. Who's the other guy? Damn it. Maybe you guys said it in the comments. It wasn't Grant. It was something else that impressed me with the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks offseason moves. A.J. Johnson, Tyler Smith, Andre Jackson, Ryan Rollins. Was that it? Oh, not Torian Prince. Torian Prince, DeLon Wright. It was Gary Trent Jr. I said Jeremy Grant. Gary Trent Jr. is at a veteran minimum too. That's a sneaky good one as well. None of them are Drew Holiday, but it gives you more weapons to use alongside those guys, right? Giannis and them. Nike is not only the sneaker company, there is Puma, Adidas. Yeah, very good point, Marvin Smith. Because we forget Adidas, how they climbed up. And Puma puts a lot of money out there. I can't wait to see Sims. You saw his new video handles and shots look clean. I'm more impressed with how much swag he looked like he had in the back of a limo, whatever he was doing. I just want to see him comfortable, man. I really don't, all the handles and stuff like that. When you do it in real time, how does it look like? I don't care. I'm tired of Hoodie Mello already pissed me off the most out of anybody. I don't believe nobody in the summer anymore. I don't watch them summer clips, so I try not to. They pop up on my timeline because it's it was Sims. I saw it. I still think, like, I wish Flea was on here. If Sims shot the ball a little higher, you put the defense at a disadvantage. Why shoot closer to your chest or your face if you're 6'9", 6'10"? Braun's shoes are so weak. Under Armour and New Balance crept in the NBA. Mrs. Fabian, is that the guy printed on your pillowcase? I talking about Brunson. Yes, Jalen Brunson is printed on my pillowcase. That's him. Nuggets. Get rid of defensive 3 seconds. You can't do that without getting rid of the zone. When he threw the ball away versus us, I knew he was going to be a pain in the ass moving forward. When he threw that ball away versus us, I forgot who we were talking about. My bad, HRM. I have loved it. What are you talking about, Willis? The MVP thing was weird. They have only given it out only 3 times. OG was not you. Yeah, get a lazy 30 and 20. Salute to all ball family. 94 feet of UNC. Shout out to Lenzel Graham, LG the second. Go follow him on, 94 feet of UNC, especially if you're a North Carolina Tar Heels fan, basketball fan. He loves it. He loves the UNC Tar Heels. He goes crazy over them. Follow him over there on his YouTube channel. Jacob Wilden, MTG have been not my journey home yet. And Justin, to do it for, I guess you ready. Texie. Yo, Sean Snelling. I guess you got that one off, bro, but you earned yourself a ban for life. You know who I be. And this was another great episode mashup of Knicks Rehab, All Ball TV, Fabian Perspective, and The Big Flea. Till tomorrow, guys. All Ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.